Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love and the journey of ascension. Okay, let's look into the future. Okay, we have all this space to create. Okay, lots of space to create moving forward into the future. So I have the cards. I moved the mermaids and dolphins up, and this card here went with it. So should we have a look at this card first? Okay, the Five of Swords. I see a sword of resurrection in the middle. The Five of Swords is the card of surrender. Surrendering. Now, I made mention in the last reading that the Divine Feminine's energy was passive. I went away and Googled the actual definition of that word. Was it on this phone that I done it? Passive meaning. It's the last thing that I Googled. Accepting or allowing what happens or what others do without active response or resistance. Underneath, I will read it, it says the women were portrayed, I've got a really itchy here, hi, itching to say hi, okay. The women were portrayed as passive victims. It says grammar, denoting a voice of verbs in which the subject undergoes, and it's underlined, undergoes the action of the verb, in brackets, e.g. they were killed, as opposed to the active form, he killed them. A passive form of a verb. What is meant by being passive? If you describe someone as passive, you mean that they do not take action, but instead let things happen to them. Okay, I don't know what the mermaid card is yet. And then we have this other card, which is Valet. I believe that will be the Page of Swords. He's a surveyor. So he's copying suit, allowing the chips to fall, so to speak. That's already been spoken today, those words. So, allowing the chips to fall, so to speak. My hand's clammy. Cheers. This masculine here surveying the situation, and that surrender card was going with the mermaids and dolphins. In suit, copying. Not copying. Well, yes, copying, but following. Let's look at this card. Friendship. Make a date for a play day with one or more friends. So there's that itching to like say hi. Friendships. Make a date for a play day with one or more friends. So listen to the birdies. A little birdie told me you would like to have some fun. More, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? Let's read friendship. Now this is future energy. It's an awesome energy, making a date for play day with one or more friends. There's a lifeline of friendship here. Friendship, future. So if you feel lonely now, your schedule is going to be excitingly busy. Have faith. It says it now. Although you're busy with responsibilities, it's important to take time out to play with one or more friends. By drawing this card, you're urged to make a date to go have fun with a companion. Whether a new acquaintance or a beloved old friend, it's important for you to balance your schedule with some good old-fashioned companionship and frivolity. This is looking into your future. Sounds good. Sounds playful. When you play and laugh, you open yourself to infusions of healing love. Friends help you remember how lovable you are. They also give you support without wanting anything in return. Play stimulates creativity, which helps you return to your responsibilities with a renewed outlook and increased energy. Affirm, I now have wonderful friends and free time to spend engaging in playful activities with my loving companions. It's a very nice energy here. You can see that when you surrender to the flow, you have time to not do it all, because you're never going to do it all and you're never going to get it all done, because you're always going to be creating something new. Okay. But you just get to enjoy your life, the freedom to do what you wish to do. Okay. What else do you want to tell us about the future? Just that it's going to be fun. Rumi wanted to talk about the past and the future, and I have the Sacred Spirit reading cards. There is all this space to create the future. And this future's being created with like-minded friends. Friends that are going to encourage you, support you and remind you how loved you are. Let's go to Rumi first. I actually feel the energies coming through about, you yourself living with like your best mates. So, like within you, who's your bestest friend? For me, it's myself. So just feeling really at home. And then like attracts like. A future of comfortability. How does that sound? Feeling comfortable. Sacred Soul Sister. Card number 37. It's like beautiful feminine friendships. If you have a look on the card, they're all feminines. Well, there's a little masculine there. Looks like he's playing with an underwater heffalump. The girls here are having a little tea party. There's one hiding behind the tree watching the masculine coming down the path. He's not coming down the path, he's walking on the edge of the stream. So he's like going with the flow, and he's got bags of shopping. It could be treats, like snacks, crisps and sweets and chocolate, peanuts, popcorn. Lots of goodies, biscuits. To bring to the tea party. Sacred soul sister. This energy of not feeling intimidated, but feeling nurtured by divine feminine presence. 37. It's not something to be afraid of, it's something to be embraced. And if you are fearful, then you have to embrace that fear. Hey, soul sister. Let's check out the lyrics to that song. I've got my double wick. That's interesting because I've just had there's a Divine Masculine on YouTube and he goes under the name of Orion Spearpoint. And there's a notification that's just come up, the Dance of Two, the Divine Feminine Portal. I was just about to show you that this is the double wick candle. So that gentleman's name's called Connor, but Orion Spearpoint, the Dance of Two, the Divine Feminine Portal. "37. You who show the way, the lover and the beloved, passion of the wild red mother," and we have sacred soul sister. So Rumi wanted to talk. You're my love bug. About the past and the future. So when you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, I love how it all comes in. So I knew Rumi wanted to talk about the past and the future, and here it is, because like these are the words of Rumi. Then we have like translation, a message that's been channeled through. Okay, so when you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. Look for instability until you become stable. Rumi. I love you. I am your other self. I am with you always. Who's your best friend now? This piece of hair just wants to poke out, doesn't it? I love you. I am your other self. I am with you always, your partner on this soul journey. I am the you that you do not see. I am the you that speaks through intuition and instinct. I whisper and sing and shout my crazed truth-telling to you through your dreams, through your body. I am the you that is wise, that trusts in life, that knows. I am the you that sees reality rather than appearance. I am the you that knows how to be happy and free. There is a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life and there is no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond, again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at that moment. Her truths may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination, or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless, fleeting fancy. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the sacred soul sister are powerful, relevant. What word's that? Relevant. Is there such a word? Relevant. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the sacred soul sister are powerful, relevant and worthy of time and attention. They know her oftentimes strange and startling offerings hold the keys to unlock entire worlds, to open up new realities, and to transform the nature of our existence from the deepest and most esoteric spiritual levels to the most palpable, practical, daily realities of our living bodies in the physical world. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just the part of you so great, you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky, for as it moves to see its rear, so the rear is moved along too. So rather than through direct perception, the sacred soul sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest where great ideas are born. She is a genius, you see, vastly creative and inspired. Her worlds are those we access in sleep and meditation, or absorbing engagement in activity, where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life and be replenished. To tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation, requires that you walk with her gait. So that card there, the surrender card, went with the magical mermaids and dolphins. So to tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation, requires that you walk with her gait and not the fast-paced, forward-moving canter of your conscious and intellectual mind. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied, yet she is in deep concentration to feel the truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging to express itself through her, and she is listening rather than demanding to know, to force, to speak and to direct. To receive her genius and benefit most fully from it requires a willingness to surrender logic and open up to inspiration, to become empty, to let the mind soften and become receptive, open and permeable. She delivers questions that lead to answers, but not according to demands issued by an insecure and fearful mind. She offers what is genuinely needed and answers the deepest questions of the heart. She is trustworthy, this sister. She cannot betray truth, therefore she can be relied upon as a faithful way shower for the heart. So, to commune with her, wise as that impulse is, requires that you learn the ways of her world and the strange symbolic language she speaks. She will never tell you what you already know. Why be so inefficient? No, she prefers to educate, elucidate, intrigue, and beguile as you are drawn into far more beautiful, powerful, and helpful truths. So, in her world, and in her language, you must suspend your need to immediately understand. Let yourself absorb the imagery, the feelings, and the possibilities to dwell, ponder, and be permeated by the wisdom. The appearance of a horse may signify your own spiritual being, and the appearance of you may signify a false sense of identity and not the real you at all. You may see desert landscapes and moonlit nights in your dreams. When so much inner growth is happening, you will soon bloom like the springtime. You may dream of charging up hills with great energy, when in your physical world you can barely muster enough strength to get out of bed in the morning. What does all this mean? This apparent contrary, world upside down, nothing is as it seems symbolism. The meaning is the communication, and the communication is received in repose, in reflection, in quietness and rest. And you must trust. Trust her and trust yourself. When something needs to be known, so it shall be. This is necessary, so much less. This is necessary, so much less than what we expect. Your lack of knowing is not ignorance. Your unknowingness is your bow into life with trust. In the present, I've already seen the line that's coming up here. It kind of jumped out of the page. Really, in the present, what you need to know is the Divine Feminine will always have your back. She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back, no matter what appearances may seem to be to your more limited dog's eye consciousness in the light of day. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you have ever known. No matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through labyrinth back alleyways trying to find your way home again. No matter how out of control life may seem, she's letting you know all is proceeding just as it should, and that her will shall manifest. Her will is your wholeness, your completion. Her will must manifest and shall, because her will is nature. It is growth. It is God. She is God in you now. Remember that, and you'll realise, if you don't mind the ending being told before the last chapter, that everything's going to be okay. This oracle comes with particular guidance also. You know something deep in your bones, without knowing how or why, or without particular reason, you just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you need to avoid a certain situation. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully, despite appearances to the contrary at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. That's a beautiful energy for the future, knowing that everything is going to be okay and you're just going to know everything. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act, or not, accordingly. Oh, that was bloody brilliant. Let's finish this future reading off with a message from, it's like, let's start this off. It's like, let's get things going. Let's kick off with our sacred spirits. It takes two to make things go right. I want to rock right now. Okay, we want to rock right now. I want to rock with you all night. We have Love and Light. Card number 26, Act with Care. It's just a beautiful energy. Love and Light. My name means light and growth. Lucy means light. May means growth. Love and light. I am love, light and growth. 26. Resistance. Higher intervention is required. Act with care. Sending this love and light means two things. Okay. Let's send love to this, like, piece of sticky outy hair. Settle down now. Sending this love and light means two things. Love, the deepest form of unconditional love possible that you have in your heart and beyond physical comprehension. And light, the purest form of light that permeates any darkness and finds any cracks or imbalances that are unable to resonate at this frequency or vibration, gently raising those to this level. People can sometimes be resilient to assistance. Those with addictions or challenging behavioural or physical issues may not be able to ask or be willing to receive help. Feeling helpless can be overwhelming to caregivers and those with strong empathic qualities. Not being able to offer aid or having assistance refused when a person's pride is too great can also feel disheartening. More importantly, though, is to remember to respect their free will by acknowledging their own personal interference or intrusion into this person's life. Being too pushy in this area will have the opposite effect and personal karmic backlash, so make sure your ego is kept in check. Those stuck in victimhood archetypes or their emotional pain body are often not willing to be active participants in their own healing on a conscious level, particularly if their reasoning is recent or raw, including issues such as trauma and grief. Everyone heals in their own time, and it's important for respect to be given in this moment. All you can do right now is send this issue or person love and light. You are merely an observer in this case, and it is out of your control. Regardless of the physical outcome, there is little you can do except send this loving energy to this issue. This has the potential to energetically shift the situation into a positive outcome. Anyone you know can receive this loving form of healing energy, purely sending from your heart with the celestial realm of 100% pure light can alter lower energies into a higher frequency, helping those experiencing hardships or a tough time in life. The shadow aspect of this card: pride, emotional and physical defiance, loss. The sacred crystal is the rose quartz. Your angel assistance is guardian angel Ramiel, giving and receiving love, compassion. And your affirmation: I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those open to assistance. How amazing is that, moving forward into the future? An acceptance. I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those open to assistance. No more throwing pearls to the swine. Okay? They trample over those wise words of wisdom and twist it and get triggered by it and then throw it all back at you, and with their degrading, lower, dense energy. Okay? Friendships, true friendships, like-minded people, people that just love you, just the way you are, and are inspired by you. We are inspired by each other. The ego is kept in check. Okay? You ensure that each of you are ego checked, that it's working for you and not against you. Have yourself a beautiful future filled with love and light. I believe the divine is giving you everything that you could ever ask for. Take care, much love.